Hello, our beautiful souls. You've reached Joanne and Elizabeth here at World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. This is your home, my loves. All you beautiful, divine feminine, twin flame, positive polarities that are navigating this cray-cray, and I mean cray-cray, twin flame journey. If you are in a twin flame connection, this is the place for you to balance your energy and to magnetize your twin flame. It is the truth in this journey. And this is why we created this channel, is to give as many of you that are on this journey the path to your twin flame. We want you to be with your twin flame. So we are not keeping information away from you getting closer to your twin flame, which is your soul. So welcome, my loves. Why am I so confident in how we help other beautiful souls? Well, the reason why I'm so confident is me and Elizabeth are both in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames. We are balancing this energetic connection daily. And so we know the type of energy you sustain and maintain with your person. And not only that, my loves, we know exactly how to help you magnetize your twin flame. We have clients that message us all the time. They email us all the time. Just days in their program. They're working on their twin flame detox. Their person is running, or they haven't heard or seen their person in years. And as soon as they start their detox, just days in their program, they get a contact. They run into their person. Their person wants to see them. And you know what we always say, Arles? We say, of course. We absolutely say, of course, because we know how this connection works. And it's not a surprise, because those that go all in our programs, they experience life-changing shifts that helps them get deeper in soul, and it literally brings them their soul. This is why we created Cup of Joe. We created this because we knew that this journey is really hard, and there's not a lot of truths out there. A lot of the information that's out there are soulmate information. And so the advice they give you is the exact advice that pushes your person. And there's also a lot in there that do not teach balancing the way that me and Elizabeth balance our people every day. So welcome. This video topic we have today is really, really helpful in this journey, because what is keeping your person from you? Well, it is leaks, my love. It's push. It's your energy going to them, keeping them from you, because your twin flame wants to be in your space. They want to be with you. They have to be with you, especially when you are in soul, because they are your soul. If you don't know where to start, or you're not in communication, we always recommend the 30-day twin flame detox program. That program is life-changing. So many beautiful souls hear from their twin flame after years of separation, just days in their twin flame detox program. It's life-changing, and those that go all in see that magnetic shift between their twin flame in days, my love. It's amazing. There's just no words that really explains what happens in that transformation, and really finding out what this journey is about. To our ultimate balancing program, where we guide you step by step from the first text, the first call, first intimate experience, all the way to a permanent relating experience. And the reason why we made the balancing program, my love, is because the detox worked so much that we had so many beautiful souls reaching out to us for, hey, what now? What do I do now? My person's back. How do I balance this? What about this? What about this? So we had to make it for all of you that were just needing this next step of balancing in your journey. So welcome, and now let's get deep.
Hello, Joanne and Elizabeth. How do I know if I'm pushing, if the push is not directly about the person? I heard Elizabeth talk about some push energy coming up, now knowing it was about her person and figuring it out later. How was that figured out? Because I feel pretty balanced towards my person, but there's so much of the heavy energy left. It is more about my day-to-day life. I find it so hard to have everything done. I find it so hard to have everything done. When I had my awakening prior to having soul recognition, I loved doing my house, kids, animals, but after it felt so heavy again. So I'm distracting myself with other things. And now I'm trying to figure out how I am relating this to my person because it is for sure not about the work itself. Maybe you have an example of how I could go inwards to figure this out. What do you think, Lev?
So I think this is something that's going to come up over and over again in your own spiritual journey, because that's what this is. It's a spiritual awakening. And there's going to be different periods, ebbs and flows of the energy based on where you are at in your own ascension. And, you know, it's been years for me personally, balance, doing amazing. And something happened within the last 6 months and 2 months and last month that made my energy go absolutely crazy, and trying to balance out this new energy that had literally nothing to do with my person. And it was, again, like there was something within me that needed to be shifted out of and then released. So for you, I want to stress over and over to everybody that's listening, if you are not in mind about your person and you are not worried about what they are thinking, doing, and feeling in relation to what is going on with you, you're never pushing. I could be in mind all day long about my own issues and it never pushes my person unless I get into mind and start spewing my energy out to him, making it about him, and really just being in a place of mind towards him. So what I mean by that, I could be in mind, but as long as that energy is not towards him, he's fine. He's right there. And so let me give you sort of a personal example so you guys can all sort of understand the difference. I'm in mind, I'm grumpy, and I'm telling him I'm really grumpy, but I'm not taking it out on him. I'm not worried about what he's thinking, doing, and feeling, and it doesn't push. But then here's another example. I'm in mind, and suddenly I'm snapping at him over something he's done that's irritated the mind. Push. And I like to say that, so I emphasize how really strong the energy is. One, I'm just in mind and he understands that I'm in a bad place emotionally for that moment in time, and maybe I can't be my normal perky happy self because I have stuff to work through. But at the same time, there's nothing directed at him. It's only when I'm, taking out my issues on him, towards him, making it about him, that he's pulling. So I want you guys to all know with confidence, when you feel these energies that are not you, these mind energies, when you can get to this place where you pull them in, and what we mean by pull them in is you're not releasing them and making them about something that they aren't. You're sitting with them and understanding, okay, something's going on within me. What is that? And that's why we say, take some time, go awooza the energy, go and sit with yourself in a private spot, in a space where you can sit with and ask yourself, what is going in within me that I'm feeling these emotions, that I'm feeling these energies? And when you do that, you'll work through it internally. Whereas before, the mind wants to almost like project and get angry with externals, when really, we say this all the time, it's a you thing. It's a you thing, and you need to figure out what's going on within. And doing that means self-reflection. It means understanding why the mind is feeling the way it is. And again, not identifying as the mind, identifying as the one that's watching the mind get activated. So my takeaway for you, my love, for this question, don't worry about if you're pushing your person. And we had this question from another beautiful soul, very similar. And so we understand this is sort of a collective question that needs to be answered. And maybe it needs to be shared over and over, because so many divine feminines are so worried about pushing. This community and so many teachers, amazing as many are, really push the theory that you can push so far, your person will never come back. And Joanne and I are testaments to tell you that's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. This connection is based on energy, and energy does not hold resentment. Why? Because you are aligning to soul, and soul does not hold the past. It is always in this now moment. So at the moment you get aligned back to soul, everything that was 2 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago, a month ago, 10 years ago is gone and forgotten in the terms of this connection. This is different than a soulmate. A soulmate can hold a grudge, will hold a grudge. This is not that dynamic. This is you. So the moment you're aligned to what you truly are, which is soul, all the past is forgotten. You're aligning to the part of you that is infinite, that is now, that is eternal, that does not hold the past, that time and space does not affect in the way it does with a soulmate connection. It is totally different. It's a different playbook. This is an energetic playbook. Soulmates are based on emotions and of the mind. This connection is based on soul and energy, period. That's it. So stop worrying about if I've pushed them, and now go within and say, what is coming up for me that I still need to release to be the best version of myself today that I can be? Because remember, this is a spiritual journey that we're keep improving upon day in and day out. It is not perfection. It is, how do I be the best version of myself today? Because that's going to look different than what your best version of you is going to be tomorrow. It is each day progressing at the pace your soul is ready to progress at. So for example, that I said earlier in the call, in the video, I've had a lot of stuff that's been coming up for me. What is my best in this last month might not have been as good as it was, a few months ago, but that's okay, because it's getting me deeper. It's getting me to a place where I can shed more and level up and level up and level up. And I woke up this morning in this amazing place of neutrality that I haven't felt for in months. There's something within me that shifted. And I called Joanne this morning and I was like, how do we teach this? How do we teach this? Because this is amazing that you can be going through so much personal turmoil and suddenly you shift and you get to this place of neutrality again. And it's been a place I have not felt in months, and it feels so freeing. That's what this journey is. And I woke up this morning like, all I cared about was my ascension. All I cared about was being in a place of non-duality. All I cared about was, how do I get to this place where nothing touches me? And I feel so amazing, where I am surrendered. That's really what I felt this morning. I felt this pure essence of surrender that I have not felt in a while. Why? Because the mind does not want to surrender. The mind does not want to let go of the energies. It's holding tight to them because it's all it knows. It's what it's comfortable in. The mind is comfortable residing in pain, in fear, in emotions. That is all it can exist in. So when I woke up this morning and shifted to this place of neutrality, this place of peace, this place of surrender, I was in pure soul. Nothing could touch me. And it was amazing. And I was like, this is our gift. And us being able to share with you guys all, I say this, us being able to share with you guys all our own trials and successes, is what makes this channel different, because we're going through it alongside you, because this journey is never ending. We are constantly improving our own versions. We are constantly improving ourselves. We are constantly raising ourselves into our own ascension tiers, that we are able to share with you what has worked for us energetically and what we have struggled with. And so we know what you're going through. We're here with you. And Joanne, with all of that being said, it's your turn, my love.
So what I really love about this channel is you all get to experience truly the truth of balancing, right? Because the mind is always going to fear and feed this addictive energy. It always is going to feed this addictive energy. And so when the mind hears, I can push and my person will never come back again. And so it fears every little freaking thing that you do when you're not even conscious of it. And that's where that part of you starts thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going through a lot of crap right now. How is this pushing my person? Well, we just told you guys, she's been able to communicate with her person, all of the things that are coming up for her, from things that she's dealing with. And her person's right there. Her person is right there. And in that digging deep, is this about my person? Is this not about my person? In that inquiry within herself, she's not pushing her person. She is uncovering that there's some elements of it still trying to please her person, right? There's a part of that. And then there's part of her that's really, really deep that's also focused on pleasing herself. Like genuinely, authentically, is this for me or is this for my person? And that's us being really selfish with our energy. We're so balanced now that we ask ourselves a lot, is this for a person or is this for us? And so that's what I want you to ask yourself in this situation. I know the mind got worried. Oh my gosh, I'm going through a lot of stuff with my family and it's very chaotic. And there's part of you that's asking, how does this impact my person? Is this going to push my person? And the question you need to ask yourself is, which part of me cares how this impacts my person? Because I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care how my now moments impact my person. All I care about is me, authentically, genuinely about me. And the good and the bad might happen, which is a duality. You are the stillness and the peace that resides in the craziness, right? So you get to be conscious. You get to see the ups and downs in your life and recognize, I choose me anyway. I choose me anyway. And then when you can identify, oh my gosh, I'm focusing on my person regarding this, then you can shift, which is exactly what Elizabeth did. She started to recognize there was a part of her that was still feeding addictive energy for her person, even though it had nothing to do with her person. And that's where you can see yourself focusing on your person without trying to focus on your person. So this question is an example of that. I'm going through this chaotic time, and instead of focusing on how I can make more peace in my life, a part of me is wondering how this might be pushing my person. And that's where you cancel those fears within you that's trying to figure out how this impacts how your person is doing, thinking, and feeling. Because you can have the most craziest, chaotic situation. Your person is right there holding your hand. As long as that energy you're experiencing isn't about what they're doing, what they're thinking, what feeling they're feeling, how this impacts them, how they're going to be towards you. It's all going to be focused on you and your balanced energy. So stop trying to figure out, is this pushing my person? When your mind goes to your person, that is still not you. And so that's why me and Elizabeth say, who cares? Who cares if there's a part of you that push? The part of you that's conscious is now no longer pushing. So even if your mind, because I know when I was going through crazy stuff, especially during separation, a part of me kept thinking like, all this crazy stuff's happening because my person's not here, right? That's what the mind kept doing. It was bringing back all the ways of how it can relate to my person. And I kept being conscious of it. Cancel that. I don't care what's happening. I'm going to be present with it. It has nothing to do with my person because my person isn't in my now moment. And that's how I would say you balance this chaotic, crazy time right now. My person's not in front of me, so I'm going to focus on me and just really be present with it. And I know Elizabeth's example is a very rare example of like, hey, I was focusing on other things and I realized there's a part of me that was looking to my person. And those are things we'll never be able to uncover until they do, right? And when she got really, really, really deep, it came all the way back to being chosen, being valued, something to do with her childhood, all these core wounds that are coming up for us, right? We can't predict them. We don't know when they happen. They just naturally get deep within ourselves, all unplanned, unnoticed, unrecognized. And then it just kind of hits you and you realize, wow. So be patient with yourself. Maybe it has nothing to do with your person. Maybe it does. And if and when you're ready to release whatever it is that's coming up for you that might be going towards your person subconsciously, you will get that reveal of, oh my gosh, every time I'm stressed, a part of me goes to my person and figures out, how I could feel better or blames them, however way it would be for you. So I would say go to that state where you don't care. I really don't care if this pushes or it does. I'm really just focusing on feeling better right now. I have a lot of things going on. And I want to give you some peace, my love. I know the mind can make everything really, really heavy. You are the peace. And I'm sending this to you with love because I really love this beautiful soul and your beautiful question. You are such a beam of light. And I want you to remember the light that you are. And you are the creator. You're forgetting that you're the creator. So when the mind gets overwhelmed and the mind starts feeling chaotic and it's not in control, because that's mind, right? Mind wants to control. I want you to just surrender to your soul. Really surrender and give it all to God. Give all this chaos and stress and give it to your faith in your soul. I surrender all of the stresses that I have, and I'm going to be conscious and present. And I know everything is always working out. It's going to work out. It always works out. And that's that faith that's beyond anything that you can even describe. You just know in your inner knowing everything's going to work out for you. And it's not going to matter how it impacts or touches your person. Everything will always, always, always work out for me. You are the peace for your home, your family, all of your now moments. Your mind can either make it a big deal and make it really crazy for you right now, or you can be conscious with the waves. And what do I mean by that? It's really, really crazy right now, but I'm going to be conscious in the craziness. Because you can realize that no matter how crazy it is out there, nothing touches you in here. And if you allow it to touch you in the internal, then your external is going to match how you're feeling in the internal. So what I want to ask you is, how can I have more peace from within so that I can transform what's out here to match what's in here? And that's where you are the creator. Whatever you're experiencing right now is always temporary, and it's always going to change based on you and your balanced energy. So if everything that you have out there doesn't make sense, start feeling that peace and stillness from within and start being that light, the light that you are, my love. Don't forget that you are the freaking light. Be that light for your family, your children, your home. And that is the light that no one can touch. No one can touch, not even your person, my loves. Because me and Elizabeth, in a permanent relating experience, never have to worry about our people. Not anymore. They're like the last thing on our mind. We're more focused on our peace, our stillness, our oneness with the universe, our ability to be the creator that we are. And when there's a part of us that starts worrying about our person or anyone else, we go back to our peace. The perfect example I have for you, and me and Elizabeth were just talking about it, is setting boundaries with everyone around you that takes you out of your peace. You start now being so balanced that you stop worrying about pushing and you start focusing on aligning. And so that's our answer for you. Don't worry about what the mind does. Just start gauging how you please you, how you feel at peace now, this moment, right here, right here, right here. And two, this is for you. For the rest of your life, from here on out, I'm going to focus on my consciousness, being conscious, staying awakened, and watching other options of other people, even my person, put me in this place where I want to focus on what they're doing, thinking, feeling, and I'm going to bring it back to me. I'm not going to people please. I'm not going to try to figure them out, right? For example, this question is asking, am I pushing? How can I push without knowing I'm pushing? I'm going through a lot of stuff. Is this pushing? There has to come a place where we all just say, I don't give an F. I say this with love. I don't give an F. I don't give an F if my mind pushed 2 minutes ago. I'm going to align back with soul. I'm going to choose me in this place where I'm still gauging my energy. How do things make me feel? I want to get to this place where I don't care how this impacts them. I'm going to focus on me and my peace. How do I get to this place where whatever is going out there, I'm going to stay into this peace from within, wherever I am, however I am being? How can I be fully present in it And I know you said there's a lot of chaotic things happening. I would say as soon as you become fully present in it and you have this place of, I am soul and I will be conscious and present in all of my now moments, my soul can handle everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can surrender to whatever you're experiencing because you're awakened now, love. And so whatever you were experiencing before, you asleep, allowing the externals to touch you and control you. I want you to be really conscious now of whatever is happening, to be fully present and send your fears and that part of you that feels like every day is like a struggle and everything is not, you got to feed that love. I send that love because I'm conscious. Soul doesn't F up. Soul always protects and guides me. I'm awakened now. I'm so awakened now. My energy is so balanced now. I'm not pushing. I'm so focused on me. I am not pushing. That's what I want you all to start seeing. Instead of trying to figure out, am I pushing? I want you to be conscious and say, I'm not pushing, right? Seriously, all of you, write down in the comments below, I'm no longer pushing.
Not pushing.
I'm not pushing. Yeah, I love that. I'm not pushing. I'm aligning. I'm not pushing. I'm aligning, because that's exactly how we help you guys balance. We let all of you guys know that's the difference between our channel. You can go to all of the other channels that are scaring you and making you think you're pushing, and you're pushing your person so far away they're never going to come back. And we're in this channel telling you, I don't care if you pushed 2 minutes ago, you're aligning. I'm not pushing, I'm aligning. I'm not pushing, I'm aligning. I want you all to say it proudly, consciously, and know it doesn't matter how much my mind pushes. At any moment, I'm aligning. And that can release that stress, that worry, that fear that you're pushing, because you're not going to push when you're aligning. When you're aligning, my loves, you're magnetic. Your soul is drawn to your soul. And the part of you that is pushing automatically starts drawing in your soul when you are aligning. I am not pushing, I'm aligning. That's our new slogan, my love. We're going to start saying that.
That's what I was just thinking. That it has to be, because
sorry, but we have to break this like fear, right? This silly fear in the twin flame community, where it's like, oh my gosh, I pushed my person so far. I've been so crazy addicted. We've done it all. We've sent them 1,000,000 messages. I told you guys I had a tracker on our car where watch that little map move around. I'm not afraid to admit that mine was super addictive and super cray during that really, really, really crazy phase of obsessive energy. I'm not afraid to admit that. And so we're both telling you loud and clear that no matter how much you've pushed, there is no amount of push that soul cannot erase. I'm not pushing, I'm aligning. We love you guys so freaking much. We hope this video helped you shift. If there's any part of you that is worried, is afraid, is this push? Am I pushing? I'm aligning. You're back to aligning. As soon as you go back into that part of you that is aligning, you're no longer pushing. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.
I love.